it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Put a ring on it, season 4, episode 2. I know I'm late, y'all. I'm late, but I've been trying to get my Love is Blind stuff out because they dropped so many episodes at one time. It's a lot to keep up with, and I still got one more episode to do. But I did not want to leave you guys waiting for a Put a Ring on It review, so here you go, okay? I even pushed getting my hair done back so that I can make this review for y'all. But we're not going to be here all day because your girl still got to go get her hair done because look at this. You see this? But before we get into this review, I need you guys to do me a favor. If this is your first time here, please sit back, relax, and watch the video on through. And if you like what you see and you like what you hear, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button and join the family. If you are one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Let's go ahead and get into it. So the episode picks up exactly where it left off with Chance and Dr. Stacy going back and forth, because Dr. Stacy is trying to get Chance to understand that Dunbar was being controlling. But to be honest, Chance don't care because Chance said that she felt like he was giving daddy energy and she kind of likes it. Why y'all here? The whole time I watched them in the confessionals and everything, I'm still trying to figure out why they're here, which makes perfect sense as to why Dr. Stacy said, what's the stuff? What's the stuff? Okay. So Dr. Stacy asked Joya about her day and how it went. Joya says they did a lot of talking. Overall, the day was good and he had good energy. She did say that when she went back home, she wanted to be very transparent. So she told Jasha that she did wipe, crumbs off of his chin and he also kissed her hand. Of course, Jasha said that he didn't like it, but you know what? He realized that his ego was getting in the way and it wasn't really that big of a deal, especially because she used a napkin and not her hands. I said, well, at least he checked himself because honestly, y'all, it's really not that big of a deal. But I do understand that the napkin and the hands make a big difference, okay? So then Dr. Stacy asked Catherine about her date. She said that her date was good and he brought her roses. And she was like, and I still have the roses. She was like, you still got the roses? And she was like, yeah, they on his side of the bed. Time out. Well, say what now? They put the roses on Ricky's side of the bed so that Ricky could remember to buy her flowers. Let me just tell you something. If you got to do that much to remind someone to buy you flowers, baby, get somebody else to do it. He said he was paying all the bills. So the little things kind of slipped through the cracks. Now, my lie detector senses is going off. I'm going to tell you why it's going off. Because, Ricky, you live with your mom, your father, your brother, your sister, her kids, and everybody else. You're not paying all the bills, bro. You not. So stop it. Cut it out. But anyway, let's keep going. So Dr. Stacy said, so you want him to buy you flowers? Like, what do you want him to buy you? She was like, I just want him to buy me, like, nice little things to remind me. It don't have to be a dozen of flowers all the time, this, that, and the other. I want the PlayStation 4. I said, child, not the PlayStation 4. How we go from the flowers to the PlayStation 4? But then again, I'm not going to hold you because I'm that girl. Okay? I want the, flowers, but I also want the mesh pink Marc Jacob tote bag. You heard that, babe? Oh, okay. So I understand there's levels to this thing, okay? But the one thing that she really enjoyed about her date was the fact that he was listening to hear her and she felt heard. She feels like Ricky listens to respond. So he's not really trying to understand what she's saying or hear where she's coming from because he's looking for a rebuttal. He's listening so that he can rebuttal versus really trying to understand what she's saying. So now it's time to find out if the women want to go on a second date with their dates. So Joya says she doesn't want to go on a second date because she feel like, he didn't really take the time to get to know her. Like, he was so busy on wooing her that he didn't take the time to really get to know her. You know what I mean? And I could definitely understand that. And I definitely see it because he was putting it on very heavy, very thick. Like, I need a table for me and my future wife. Like, sir, chill out. Chill out, same OG. Chill out. Child, just keep thinking about the same OG. I swear to God, he looked like that. But anyway, let's keep going. So then Chance said she wouldn't go on another date with her date because he seemed a little immature and she needs someone who's, more mature. And Dunbar feels like he knew that she was going to do that because he was immature and she needs a grown man. Somebody please give him some competition. Dunbar, if you don't sit your little self down, please. You is nobody's, you know what? Let me not do it. Let me not do it because y'all know I don't like to talk about people's looks and stuff like that. But I'm just, never mind. Let me keep going. Catherine says she doesn't want a second date because her date kind of reminds her of Ricky. Like, he's been divorced and he has children and all these other things. But I'm like, girl, but he also been in therapy. Is Ricky in therapy? And I'm sure he don't live with his mother, his brother, his sister, his cousin, his mama, and his father. Just saying. Girl, you gotta get up out of that house with all them people. You really do. Now it's time for the men to go on their dates. And I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it now because I felt some type of way. Why the men got good dates? I mean, the women were beautiful. They had nice little cute little bodies. They had things going for themselves. They were literally what the men want. But the women got like whatever they could find. That's what it felt like. It felt like the women got whatever they could find, and they really took the time to find women who were a good fit for these men. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Every woman that they brought to these men was definitely their type. Before they even leave out of the session with Dr. Stacy, they already like, no kissing on their hands. Don't bring no flowers. If I ain't get no flowers, don't bring nobody else flowers. Dr. Stacy was like, didn't I just tell Dunbar to chill out and stop being controlling? And here y'all are being controlling. They like, Dunbar, we understand now. We understand now. What would Dunbar do? No, we not doing that. At Jashaya and Joya's house, Jashaya is burning sage because he wants to be calm. He wants to center himself before he goes on a date, okay? So she tells him that he doesn't have any boundaries and she trusts him. And I said, that's so nice and that's so sweet because I keep trying to tell y'all, stop setting up these imaginary boundaries because the people want to do what they want to do regardless, okay? Jashaya's date comes and Joy is like, maybe I should have put some boundaries in place. And I'm like, yeah, because she was looking really nice, okay? She was looking really nice. The hair could have been a little bit more fuller, but that's none of my business. None of my business, but she was looking really nice. Her dress was fitting really good, and he likes it. He likes it a lot. He said that she was pretty, nice, cute little brown skin girl, and the dress was fitting well. I said, oh, child, that's what I mean. They gave these men their type. It's like they setting the women, it's like they setting the men up. So this when we find out that Catherine and Ricky live with mom, dad, sister, and her kids, and the brother stopped by a lot, okay? So I was sitting, like I told y'all earlier, I'm trying to figure out how was Ricky paying all these bills because the math ain't mathing. But anyway, let's keep going. So Catherine also tells us that when they get into arguments or disagreements, the family is jumping all into their business. And I'm sitting here like, see, this is what I mean by y'all got to go ahead and get your own place. Because I don't need y'all in my business when I'm trying to work out some things with my man. And not only that, but they taking his side. Child, we not even neutral. We not even all family. Y'all really just his family up in this bed. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Ricky's date, comes to the house and she's cute. Real thin, red hair with the locks. Cute girl. Ricky saw his date. He was like, oh my God, he loved the red hair. He said that she's definitely his type. And if he was single, he would definitely push up on her. Now, Catherine said she don't know his type. And I'm just sitting here like, you don't know his type? Girl, okay. 10 years? It's giving Darian an old girl who made up a storyline. Just saying. Child. So repeat all over again. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. So Jasha and his date is out and he's like really complimenting her. And they are like both into meditation, manifesting, traveling. It's like, they really are a good fit for each other, okay? She says she travels to a lot of places because she speaks a little bit of Spanish. They start talking back and forth in Spanish, and I'm not no expert in Spanish because, baby, I barely passed my Spanish class in high school because my best friend was Spanish and she took the test for me. But I say all this to say, I feel like some of the Spanish wasn't hitting. Like, some of the conversation didn't seem like it was really Spanish conversation. I'm just saying. But she is the girl that he definitely will want. Someone who's into, the spiritual realm. Someone who likes to travel. Someone who's not focused on being married, focused on having children. She's still on the younger end of the scale. She's really just out here having a good time, living her best life. Now, him on the other hand, Jasha is 40 years old, and you can't tell me that Jasha is open to having kids. He's not. Because if he wanted to have kids, I think around 40 would be the time we start exploring those options. And the fact that he's not trying to marry Joya or have kids with her at 40 years old says that that's not the woman for him. It's just plain and clear as day at this point. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So I hate to say this, but this girl that he's on a date with is more his speed. Just saying. And this is what I mean by I feel like the men got exactly what they want in these women. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So Dunbar's in his bathroom getting ready for his date, and he is getting his prayer out. So, because you know he got to center his energy and be prepared to go out in the streets. So he got to make sure he's covered by the blood of Jesus, okay? He's talking to Chance, and Chance is telling him how she's a little bit anxious, and she doesn't really know how she's going to act when this young lady comes to the house. He asked her, you know, like, what's my curfew? And she was like, before the street lights come on. But I'm looking outside when his date walk up, and I'm sitting here like, it looked like the street lights is already on. It looks like it's nighttime already, okay? And she was like, no, for real. If you come home before the street lights come on, then you're going to be sleeping outside. And I'm just sitting here like, I think it's too late for that. I really do, okay? So his date comes to the house, and she's a pretty girl. He's like, oh my God, she's beautiful. She's covered up, just wholesome, my type, okay? Chance is asking this lady to spin around, like, let me see. Okay, I approve. Then Chance goes and sits on Dunbar's lap, tells him to hold her tight while she sits there and tell this lady, don't cross any boundaries. Now, I'm sitting here like, they deserve each other. Chance and Dunbar, go be together, because I'm trying to figure out what's the stuff. Because y'all literally are two peas in a pod at this point. You act so much alike, and you're both fine with the foolishness and the shenanigans of it all. So why are we here? Is it for TV exposure? Because that's kind of what it's giving a little bit. But then Chance is in a confessional saying that she sat on his lap because she needs to reclaim her throne. Child, don't nobody want Dunbar. I mean, I'm just saying, I know I don't. I can't speak for y'all, but I don't. Now Dunbar is on his date, and old girl said that she thought he was Tay Diggs. I don't see it. Do I need glasses? Y'all gotta let me know. Do y'all think that this man look like Tay Diggs? Because when I see Tay Diggs, I don't see it. I'm looking into it. No, I don't see it. But anyway, she said it took her a while to realize that it wasn't him, and she finally realized that when Chance said his name. Girl, if you say so. But I'm not gonna lie. Dunbar and old girl is a vibe, okay? And they were sitting down talking, and you know, she was talking about how she need a man that's gonna take the lead because she knows she gonna be a submissive woman. Baby, that's all Dunbar needed to hear. His whole antennas went up, eyes opened up wide. He was just intrigued at that point. Everything she said after that, his ears was attentive, okay? Because he was like, so what do you mean by submissive? She just said, you know, I'm just gonna be submissive to let him take the lead and that he's the head of the household. They also connect over the fact that she's a preacher, he's religious. Like, this is, once again, she is exactly what he was looking for. So I'm just sitting here like, I feel like it's a setup out here. It's like they want these men to cheat. Because I'm not going to lie, she's a great fit for the type of man that he is and the type of woman that he wants. So he said that this date was probably the most refreshing and exciting date he has ever been on in his whole entire life. That means that it trumped all his dates with Chance. We stepping into muddy waters right now. I'm just saying. And I would not be surprised if she gets a second date. So y'all, so Ricky is on his date, and I'm not gonna lie, him and his date look more like a couple than him and Catherine. I'm just sitting here like, what is happening, and why does all these dates seem like these the people they supposed to be with and whatnot? They're sitting down talking. He tells her she has kids, and she said she doesn't really have an issue with a man who has kids. It's just the baby mamas that sometimes be out of pocket. And so then he brings up that he feels like that's some of the issues that him and Catherine have over the baby mama. So I'm saying here like, so is your baby mama crazy? Like, what's the issue? So apparently his children's mother do a lot of work in the evenings or at nighttime, so he goes over and watch the children. And so he sleeps on the couch while she's out doing what she's doing. And I'm saying here like, huh? Why you don't bring them kids back to your house? But then I thought about it, because in my mind, I would be like, bring the kids, drop the kids off here. They can stay here with me and my girl, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But then I started thinking to myself, like, he do live with mad people. He definitely do live with mad people, and that's probably too much, you know, it's probably too much to bring more kids over. But I wonder what the relationship literally is like between the girlfriend and between Catherine and the baby mother, because if it's a cool relationship, why she just don't come over there with him since she's out all night anyway? You know what I mean? She said what he wanted to hear, that, you know, as long as she trusts him and that they know, as long as she trusts him and she really feels like it's nothing going on, the communication is very clear, then she will be fine with it. Yeah, you say that until it's you, girl. But like I told you, these men are having a great time, because even in his confessional, he said he's having more fun than he expected to. I'm telling y'all, they setting these men up. This is a setup. The next day, Dunbar and Chance are talking, and, you know, Dunbar needs to sit down and tell Chance, like, you know, when we talk to Dr. Stacy, I want us to be very intentional and, you know, let her really see who we are. One of the things that he wants to ask her is how he can properly love a strong, independent woman. And she says she wants to figure out, and she says that she needs him to be patient with her, because whenever he is upset, he turns on her. And I was like, that sounds red flaggish to me. Very red flaggish. So Dr. Stacy shows up and she looks absolutely beautiful. I'm here for it, okay? And she told them that she picked them first on purpose. She said, I'm confused as to why you guys are here, because you say you want someone submissive, and she says she does all the things that you want. So what is your stuff? And I was like, thank you, Dr. Stacy, because we've been trying to figure out what the stuff is for so long. Dr. Stacy was like, I can't help you figure out your stuff if I don't know what the stuff is. So Dunbar is explaining that, you know, he feels like she doesn't trust his opinions. Like, she always has to go ask her father and things like that, and he doesn't really like that. So Dr. Stacy is like, I need facts. Chance is like, this is a lie. Like, this is not the stuff. This is not the stuff at all, okay? He's like, I just don't know how to handle a strong, independent woman. Like, when I ask her if she needs help, she's always like, no, I got it, I got it, I got it. And I was like, there it goes, there it goes. He needs attention so bad that he doesn't want this woman to have a life of her own. And if her world does not center around him, then he can't accept it. So he needs her to literally be submissive to him, to the point where she has nothing else going for herself except for him. And that's the part that's bothering him. Because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, what does he mean when he keeps saying submissive, 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 if she's doing all the things that he wants her to do? The thing is, he can't accept the fact that she has something that does not involve him, because he needs to be the center of her whole entire world. And because he's not the center of her whole entire world, he gets upset, and now he wants to act like a baby and, you know, throw a temper tantrum and be like, I need you to be submissive, begging for attention. Oh, no. No. Because I kept trying to figure out, what did he mean, how to properly love a strong, independent black woman? Go ahead and get you some stuff. So when she's taking care of her stuff, you not all trying to be up under her. It's giving codependency to me. Dr. Stacy said, I need to know what this fear is when it comes to Chance, because it's definitely fear. And he was like, yeah. She said that fear is false evidence appearing real. And I said, exactly. He's making up these whole scenarios in his head. So Dr. Stacy said, I need to help you, but I need you to let me know what's going on. He tells her it's something that he never told anyone before. And he starts getting very emotional and about to cry. And I'm like, baby, we about to go deep, because I could feel it. I sense it. Okay, I get in my gut. But that's the episode. So we really got to get into some stuff next week, and we got to figure out what the stuff is and why they really here, because right now they definitely putting on the show. But y'all, that was episode 2 of Put a Ring on It. I hope whoever's outside banging on something, I hope you hit your hand one good time with whatever you banging. Because you interrupted my video and I don't like that. But anyway, y'all, I hope that you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like the video. Please like the video. Please like the video. Leave me some comments down below. Drop me some yellow hearts and let me know you was here. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.